Welcome back.
There it goes.
Before the break, Chef Tammy Brawley showcased her kitchen hack on how you can break down chicken using a stand mixer. If you missed it, we will post it on our show website later today at virginiathismorning.com. We've been working to get this cooktop going.
I think it's helpful if we can get the cooktop going.
I think
Tammy did just as we came back. It's time now to get the main course started. Now the cooktop's working.
This won't take very long. We're
White
good.
Chicken chilies on the menu.
John, what a great meal for a cold day.
Absolutely, and Lord knows we've had enough of these cold temperatures here lately. I don't know if I've ever remembered snow staying on the ground this long.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been a long time.
Crazy. So yes, this is a great recipe to do, and you can really put this together in a matter of minutes, especially if the chicken's already cooked, which is what we talked about a moment ago, using pre-cooked rotisserie chicken that we broke up in the KitchenAid mixer. I've got a burner here that's warming up in a pot, and another little trick that I love to do is have olive oil in a squirt bottle.
What a great idea.
And then just squirt it on the bottom of the pan.
I've never thought to do that.
I love doing this trick.
This is the first time we've seen that.
This is a really easy way to not have much of a mess and not have to worry about lids and open it and things like that.
You could have come back and done a whole nother kitchen hack segment.
I've got lots of little work smarter, not harder. I really do.
Go.
This is warming up. It's not quite as warm as I would like, but that's okay. We can let that go for a minute. I'm going to just chop up a little bit of onion for this particular recipe. We start with the onion.
And again, flat side down makes this
always
so much easier.
If you want to talk about another hack, I love it. You want to you cut the cores off of the onions, and then you cut it in half, and then you've given yourself something safe to work with. I don't even peel it until I get it cut in half.
Okay.
So then this was a half that I had left over, and then we do straight slices this way, and then you're going to hold it together, and then we're just going to angle your knife.
So it gives you
Now, what I love
the tears begin.
Well, there's another hack. But what I love about doing an onion that way is that you get nice uniform diced pieces, and it's not working all over your board, and I'm not taking more time yet to cut the onion and work all over the place. But you can put 10 different chefs in the room and get 10 different ways to cut an onion. You really can. This is my way of doing it, and I love it. You know, you just said, well, let the tears begin. I tried this recently and actually put this hack on my website. When you cut an onion and peel it, what happens is you're releasing the gases of the onion, and the places that those gases want to go require moisture, hence your eyes. So that's the first place that the gases will go. If you have a wet rag on your board at the same time, it will go to the rag instead of
not
your eyes. And
very nice.
It works, folks. It really does work. Now that's a fresh onion that you will have just peeled. This was already peeled, so it's really not any gases coming off of that, but that is a great little trick. So might not be hot enough, but we can still toss these in here while it's warming up. No, I think it's working though.
It's all wide open. Yeah.
It's cold too because it's frigid outside.
Isn't that the truth? And I can't believe Tom was out there in a hoodie. That is like, God. All right, so we've got some nice diced onion in there. We're going to start with that. What I like about some recipes, you know, they tell you to add this before you add this and add this before you add that. I actually tend to maybe do everything all at once because I'm going to let it simmer anyway. And it doesn't need to simmer that long because we are working with cooked chicken and we're working actually with canned beans today. So this particular recipe starts out with chopped onion, and then I've got diced chilies that you typically get in your international section of your grocery store.
So those are already done too?
These are already done too.
So would you let the onions caramelize? Are they a little bit?
Given yes, you really should let them somewhat soften. But again, one, we're going to be simmering the chili. And the other is that the burner, unfortunately, was not as hot as it needed to have been. But that's okay. We'll make this work anyway. So I've got the diced chilies, I have got the diced onion in there, and now I'm going to add my spices. I have some cumin here, I have some dried oregano and some cayenne pepper. Anytime you want to use herbs, a dried herb would be half as much as a fresh herb, okay, because it's concentrated. So the recipe that you'll see today does call for oregano, and it does say fresh, but you can half that amount for a dried herb, okay? So we're going to add the cumin and the oregano and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Obviously, how much cayenne pepper would be up to you guys. I love it spicy, so I'm probably going to add a little bit more when it comes to me. Exactly.
Today is Spicy Food Day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As I mentioned earlier in the show, so
I thought, well, Spicy Food Day for me is pretty much every day. Now, I do have some fresh cilantro here, so and we keep that in the refrigerator already chopped up. And in this case, we're going to do about a tablespoon. If it were dried, I would cut that amount in half like I did the oregano. So now we've got some cilantro in here and our spices. And it is warming up, guys, but it just seems to be taking a minute, so that's all right. You should be able to start
we see some heat coming.
A little heat coming off, little spot,
Yeah.
little smell soon. I also go in with just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Can't ever go wrong with salt and pepper.
Well, you know,
Just the
salt
basic.
is what you need. It really does. And the rule of thumb is technically about half as much pepper as salt, depending on what it is that you're making. So now we've got our vegetables somewhat softening here. And we're going to come in and we're going to add a can of cannellini beans.
Okay.
Beans do not matter as far as what you want to put in there. It's your choice. Some people use the white beans, the northern beans, navy beans. It's really up to you. I personally love a cannellini bean because it's a little thicker, a little bit heartier when you bite into it for the chili.
You went in there with the juice and everything?
Exactly. It is not drained, and that actually helps thicken the chili.
Okay.
To not drain it. Now, you could drain them if you wanted to rinse off some of the starch and the thickness and everything. There you go, Bill. Get to work.
Bean juice
Get to work.
helps thicken. I hadn't heard
Working,
that
Mr.
before.
B.
It's the starch of the beans, and that's what
Okay.
helps thicken it.
Okay.
And so basically what we've done now is we've created a nice little flavor base of the onions and the spices and the beans. And now we're going to come in and we're going to
Let
add
them
our,
blend.
we're going to let that go for just a second. But we are going to go ahead and add that chicken that we started with. Already cooked chicken. So there's probably still some nice big chunks in here, but that's okay. That'll just be a bigger.
Nobody's going to complain if
It's
they
a
get
bigger
big
bite
chunk
for
of
everybody, right? And this is about a pound of chicken
Oh, that looks great.
mixed in there, and we might even have a little bit more chicken than we need, but that's okay. Now the recipe itself is going to call for a cup of stock, and I did use chicken stock. And then you're going to judge it. You know, I can look at this right now and tell you that that's not enough broth.
Right.
Okay. So I keep it handy, and I want to add more. Once again, it's kind of up to your taste is what you would like.
Yeah, you kind of want to swim in a little bit.
A little bit. You want some moisture there. You really do.
That looks so good.
It is delicious, and I know that we're.
Color in there too.
I love this flavor. I just made this for my daughter and son-in-law last week, and we sat down and
Tammy
had it
has
for dinner.
A new grandson.
Congratulations.
We're going to do a
you.
2-hour
Thank you.
show. She's going to tell us all about it.
I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring him in.
He could be the sous chef.
He is absolutely adorable. We unfortunately he went to the doctor this morning for a cold, and he is at 15.13 pounds, 15 pounds 13 ounces.
How old?
3 months old, and
Wow, he's a big boy.
already
That is the perfect little
Somebody's been making him
snuggling
good
size.
food.
Well, I tell you what, he's not at the solid food stage yet, but you can bet when it comes time, it is.
He's going to be eating good.
I will be making that boy his food for sure.
Yeah.
So, well, guys, this is going to take a few minutes, and when we
Yeah.
come back, I think
We
from
have
that
a few
break,
minutes.
we can. We're going to get some tasting going on.
All right. It is smelling and looking great, and
good.
we're going to take a quick break. And then
Excellent.
when we come back, we're going to sample this delicious bean chicken chili.
White chicken chili.
We can't wait to
Okay.
do it. In the meantime, if you want more information on the services that Chef Tammy provides at the Green Kitchen RVA, just visit our show website by early this afternoon. That's virginiathismorning.com. We'll be right back.